Hey, welcome to another Tech Tip Thursday. I am coming to you to talk to you today a little bit about Gmail. So, one of the things that has always bothered me about Gmail is that it doesn't have as many features as Outlook does. But there are some things that you can set up that will make it do some of the things that Outlook is able to do. So, I want to talk to you about 4 things you can do in Gmail that will make it easier to use. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up here to settings. Oh, and it comes up over here. I'm going to click see all settings. And I want to be able to undo my sends. So the default cancellation period for a send is 5 minutes. I highly recommend you change this to 30 seconds. So go ahead and change it to 30 seconds and make sure you scroll down and press the save changes. Okay. Now the next thing, in addition to undo send, is let's say you know you want to send an email and you want to do it in the future, is you have the option to schedule an email. So if I come up to compose and I'm just going to send myself an email, I can come here and schedule my send. So I can pick a specific date and time, let's say Friday at noon, and I can click schedule send. And now it's going to come and you're now going to have a scheduled section where you have your emails scheduled. I'm going to go back to that email and I can go ahead and if I've decided not to schedule it, I can cancel the send and then it goes to my drafts. So I want to show you another thing that you can do. In addition to scheduling, you can also set up templates. Templates are such a huge time saver for me because there are some things that I send out all the time, like a welcome to English 10 or the senior essay email. So if I come up here and click on my template, I already have this senior essay email created with all my links and everything in it. And the way you would do this if you wanted to start from blank, let me go ahead and one thing that I like to do is delete all of this, right? So it's always going to put your signature in for you. So I delete my signature stuff and I'm going to go ahead and type in my template like what I wanted. And then if I go to templates and I scroll all the way down to the bottom, I can click Save Draft as Template. I can save it as Senior Essay, or I can save it as a new template. So let's just go ahead and save this as Senior Essay. And I'm going to overwrite that template. So now, anytime that I come up here to my templates and do Senior Essay, I will get that text and it just automatically puts all that text in. Another great one that I like to use for my templates is my STARS test. I have it set up so that it automatically gives students their username and their password. So all I honestly end up having to go in here and change is the student's username. The username for STARS for us is their first initial and their first 4 of their last name, right? So it's really easy for me to go in and say, hey, Amy, you need to do your STARS test and send this out, right? Can save you so much time, so much time. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I'm not going to send myself an email. And the last tip that I have for you is up here where you search conversations. And this has also saved me many times. So let's talk about that senior essay. So senior essay, if I search for that, I'm going to see all the times that I sent a senior essay reminder, but I can also find all of where students have sent me a senior essay. So here's one from Leo Ramos. He sent me this essay. And if I go back, I can even not just search my messages, but let's say I want to find out more about Leo. I can see all the messages that I've sent to him. I can sort it by how he sent to me. This is the most important one for me, and it saved me sometimes, is I can go to messages and see any time that he was mentioned in the chat that we have with our staff. So sometimes that is helpful if I want to go back and see at a certain time when something happened, I can know that exactly at, he finished testing on December 8th at 2 o'clock, right? So I can find that exact information if I've typed it in the chat. So that is also very helpful to me. So not just messages, but also in, or not just mail, but also in messages. So I hope these tech tips will find you well and are helpful to you. Have a great week.